It was born this way, naturally birthed, but unlike a baby, helpless, soft-skinned, arms outstretched, its epidermis swept with debris on fast legs. This twister created Helpless, skinned trees and people, in the streets crying, tears on lines of telephones, lines of power, lost lifelines of lifetimes taken, lives that learned as households burned. The media comes and runs. The toll? 161. A sum, a figure. Snap that shot. Click. One shot, it's done. A toll far greater of fragments of fragmented lives, no longer grounded on a ground lying vacant. In Joplin, Missouri, a target immobile, dart left in a scurry, a bullseye mistaken, a dart, no intent. A dagger to the heart of a city, onset tragedy without repent. A chorus of looters, caroling deceit, stealing memories, an impromptu Christmas in May. A not-so-merry Christmas for Mary, 64, widowed, alone. Lone photographs taken not by storm but a gust of thieves, snatching intimate snapshots, images of life before, images with nothing more arbitrary than a storm, decimating, taking lives like looters, exiting without a trace. And for every selfish exit, enter sacrificial generosity. A man called Roger, standing by wreckage he calls home, offering up his styrofoam cups and moist towelettes, donating the only remains he possessed, cups to fill a community with promise, from he who had the least. The F5 paved itself a monstrous path, blowing through but not blowing over, and blew in support by the hundreds of people serving, checking in, not to check off a list of Samaritans' tasks or services, of churches that bred volunteers that fed volunteers. From Arkansas to Indiana, Texas to Wisconsin, they traveled great distances, a voyage not of luxury, and all of it to aid 13 miles of level terrain for level-headed folks in an environment of heightened austerity. Settling like two helping hands on the back of a helping man. From California came a vagabond called Jack, ready to laugh, make others laugh. His history tried not by residential destruction, but questionable residence. A refugee finding a home in a place that lost so many. Building structures and constructing relationships through anecdotes and guitar chords. Brought hope to a city defined not by the rotational winds it was fated, but fate, taken into their hands. A rotating congregation of beautiful people with a love larger than any devastating force.